Hey, it's Skelemystyk. I am here today in the Wizard City Commons. I know I don't exactly look like me, or at least the me that you're normally used to, but I am dressed down today because I want to talk to you all about how to be the perfect noob. Okay, so you ask, well, what's a noob and how do you become a perfect noob? Well, first things first, let's talk about what a noob is. Originally, here's a little quick history lesson. Originally, a noob came from the term newbie, which designated a new recruit to a military unit. Basically, a new guy that came into a unit was called a newbie. He wasn't called a noob because, well, that term came a little bit later on. Along came the age of the internet, and the term newbie was shortened to noob, and it still meant generally the same thing. Someone who was new to a game. They were a little bit wet behind the ears. Maybe they didn't have much gear, or if any gear. And, you know, they didn't really know their way around. They didn't really have a lot of social skills within the unit, or in this case, the game. And, well, they weren't really backward, but it appeared that way. Unfortunately, in these past few years, with the growing cynicism and, well, kind of meanness in the internet, noob has come to mean a derogatory term for someone who's dumb, who's backward, who really has no clue, therefore clueless, about what's going on. A lot of trolls, which kind of goes hand in hand with noobs, a lot of trolls and trolling is going on that takes advantage of supposed noobs, and trolls themselves are called noobs for that derogatory term. Now, let me tell you just real quick, this is getting a little bit off the subject, but trolling is sharp on my mind because I was dealing with some of that the other day. Well, actually, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. They weren't trolling me, but someone was quote-unquote trolling a noob. Trolling, to me, is nothing more than putting a fancy dress on someone being a bully or picking on or just outright making fun of someone who doesn't know any better about something, or maybe they do know better about something, but it's just basically, for me, it's fancy window dressing on someone being mean when they don't need to, being rude when they don't need to. Now that is a place where I would apply the derogatory form of noob. There's just no... This game is already difficult enough in some aspects. Why do people have to do mean things to other people to make it harder? Guys, you will find... I don't take trolls well. You will find that out if you watch me very long. I really don't. But I'm getting off the subject. Okay, back to noobs. I think that more people should try to become a noob. We've talked about what the definition of a noob is. Let's talk about what a noob does. A noob doesn't come into the game having any preconceived notions of what boss to hate, what person to hate, what group to hate, what to make fun of, what to look down on, what to basically be mean to and do wrong by. Okay, a noob comes into the game, all kinds of innocence, maybe not a lot of equipment, then again, maybe a lot of equipment. You never know. Depends on the game, depends on the situation. But a noob comes into the game not hating and not showing negativity towards anything because they don't know any of it. Okay? That's why I think more of us should become noobs. Sure, we might know more about the game. We might have more stuff than somebody else in the game, but we don't have to act like that. Okay? If someone is in the comments here and you're fully geared and all you're doing is standing around watching the butterflies float by, why not help them? If someone needs some information about the game, and I've seen this one before too, and you're just standing around, tell them if you know the right answer. If you know the right answer and you're sure you know the right answer, tell them the information. Do not troll them and give them some fake beep information that is going to mess them up for ha-ha jokes and laughs. Why? Why do that? Okay? If someone needs, some treasure cards or, you know, some piece of gear, or, you know, some gold to buy something, or a pet, and you have that and it doesn't hurt you to give some of that up, mix a pet with someone. Do you know how many people I stood here in the Commons and in the pet pavilion begging somebody to hatch with them to get them a bigger pet or a better pet or a better stats pet or a better talent pet? They've got the gold for it. They're ready to go. They've got the pet leveled up, ready to go, and they can't find anybody to hatch with them. Be a perfect noob. Tell them, hey, I've got that. I'll hatch with you. You know, I will help you. To me, that's what being a noob is about. Every time you do something like that, even if you don't have any sense of newness or wonder about the game, you give someone a little bit of a sense of wonder or newness about the game. Okay? You spread your newness to other people. There's nothing wrong with that. The way this game has been going lately, everybody's out for themselves. Nobody wants to help anybody. I see complaints all the time that team up is like an hours and hours and hours long wait, even though I know for a fact there's tons of people doing that same particular quest at that time. A lot of people don't use team up because they know there's nobody else using team up. And when there is people using team up, if one little thing goes wrong, or if they don't like their partners, or what have you, say it's, I don't know, Fighting Omen, they'll leave the instance. They'll team up with you after you've waited half an hour or an hour to get a team, and they won't like the look of you, or they won't like your gear, and they'll leave the instance. Stop it. Become a perfect noob. So what if that guy's got less gear than you? So what? You wasn't doing nothing anyway. If you've got the gear, stay there, hang out, help the man, help the girl, whatever. Become a perfect noob. Return that sense of wonder and enjoyment to the game. I know y'all don't, some of you not necessarily believe in karma, but I personally think that if you do nice things will come back to you. Okay? It doesn't mean that you have to have the absolute best gear in the game. It doesn't mean that you have to know everything in the game. It doesn't mean that you have to spread negativity and be mean to other people, whenever you can just as easily be good to other people and help other people. I know, you know what, I'm probably going to get some dislikes on this because I know it sounds touchy-feely, but you know what? We got a whole lot of slaps on the back of the head and stabs in the back these days. We could use some nice touchy-feely for once. I think so. Become a perfect noob. This is my definition of what a perfect noob is that someone who has a wonder and sense of things that is just new every day, and they spread that to other people. For all you folks who have played World of Warcraft before, this is going to be a particularly descriptive segment right here. I started World of Warcraft years ago, I think right around the time that Cataclysm started. I'm sorry, for those of you who don't play Warcraft, you're not going to get the references, I'm sorry, but it is pertinent to the story, and it does have to do with my sense of wonder about video games, or about gaming in general. Anyhow, I started Warcraft years ago, about the time Cataclysm first started, and I played a Night Elf Hunter at the time. I played a Night Elf Hunter because I'd read about it, and it had said that the Night Elf Hunter Beastmaster was the easiest race and class to play. And I didn't know anything about Warcraft. I was definitely a noob at that time. So I played that class. I remember distinctly, even though it was years ago, I remember my sense of wonder at leaving Darnassus, which was the Night Elf home city, and finally leveling up high enough to take the boat to go over to Stormwind, which is the Alliance capital. I remember getting off the docks, and I mean, as a gamer, I was standing there watching my screen, and my mouth was just hanging open. Because Stormwind from any side of the city is just awesome. There's no better word to describe it. It is gorgeous. It is awesome. It is honestly, it's what all video games should be. whenever you first experience it, you're like, wow. And to this day, even though that was years ago, I remember that sense of newness and wonder about Stormwind City, and I have never, in my very long history of gaming, felt more like a noob than I felt at that time. And that is a feeling I will both always remember, and that I wish more than anything I could impart and share to other gamers who are either just starting out or even have played games for a while but haven't just never played Warcraft. Okay? I remember that day, and I just wish that you guys could too. I really do. That's part of what being the perfect noob means to me. That sense of wonder. And what I feel needs to be shared with other gamers. Guys, I hope that I have reached some of you with this. It would be great if I did. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, a good hard smash. As well, subscribe, share, and yell my name to everybody you know, because I would love to see more of you around here. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, gamers? Skelemystyk. Are you one of those players who was around when Darkmoor first came out and everybody wanted to make a run up through Darkmoor Tower and fight Malistaire and get their Darkmoor gear? And at that time, Malistaire was about hell on wheels, and you had to fight him for hours and hours.